welcome to another amazing video with the ELITE TUTOR. And today we are going to be looking at an important concept. We are looking at the concept of significant figures. We are looking at the concept of significant figures. Now, when we hear significant figures, what do we mean? When we say significant figures, we are simply talking about all non-zero digits. When we say significant figures, we're also talking about what? Zeros in non-zero digits. And I'm going to be explaining that. When we say zeros in non-zero digits, what do I mean? I'm simply saying if I have 6.205, this is zero between non-zero digits. That's what I mean. When we're talking about significant figures, we are simply saying zero, we are simply saying all non-zero digits. Now, but also, it's also important for you to also note that significant figure does not include leading zeros. Significant figures does not include leading zeros. What do we mean by leading zeros? We are simply saying zeros before the non-zero digit. What do I mean? If I have a number like 0.0042, we can't call this zero significant figure because they are leading zeros. But when we have something like this, significant figure, we can call this to be what? A significant figure. Why? It is zero between non-zero digits. So that's what we mean by the definition. Now let's solve, and so the definitions can also make more sense to you. Alright? So let's solve. Now we have the very first one. We have question 1. We have 23.456 to 3 significant figure. When we use the abbreviation SF, it simply stands for significant figure. Now we are asked to write 23.456 to 3 significant figure. When we say significant figure, like I said earlier, I'm simply saying we are simply talking about non-zero digit. In this question, the first significant figure here is 2, the second significant figure here is 3, the third significant figure here is 4, the fourth significant figure here is 5, and the sixth significant figure here is what? 3. Now we are looking for 3 significant figures. Now, in order for you to understand, our 3 significant figures are 2, 3, and 4. These are our significant figures. Our 2 is our first significant figure, 3 is our first significant figure, and 4 is our third significant figures. Now, how do we write it? Now that we finish identifying the significant figure, we also have to take into consideration the decimal point here. Now, our answer will be 23.4. But can we go ahead to conclude that 23.4 is our significant figure? Before we can conclude, we look at the number after our third significant figure. We are going to look at the number after our third significant figure. Our third significant figure here is 4. But the number after 4 is 5, and 5 falls between numbers. 5 falls within the range of numbers from 5 to 9. And like I said in our earlier video when we taught on approximation, that when we have numbers that fall between 0 to 4, they are rounded down, and numbers that fall between 5 to 9, they are rounded up. And what number they are rounded up, they are going to be increased by 1. So since the number after our third significant figure is 5, that means our 4 is going to be increased by 1. So our final answer will be 23.5. And this is to 3 significant figure. Now let's look at the second example. We have the second example. We have 0.004783. Yes. Now we are asked to take this to 2 significant figure. Like I said earlier, all leading zeros can are not included as significant figures. But when we have zeros between non-zero digits, they can be classified as significant figures. But when we have leading zeros, just for this, something like this is a very good example. These are leading zeros before what? Our what? Non-zero digit. So we can't classify these zeros to be what? Significant figure. So what we mean when trying to understand this question, our first significant figure in this kind of question will be our first non-zero digit. Follow closely. In this kind of scenario, our first significant figure will be our first non-zero digit. And our first non-zero digit is 4. So making that our first significant figure here is 4, our second significant figure here is 7, our third significant figure here is 8, and our fourth significant figure here is 3. Hope you are following closely. Now the question is asking us that we should what? Write this to two significant figures. So to two significant figures, we are looking at 4 and 7. So this will be 0.0047. But can we go ahead and say that this is our final answer? Before we can conclude that this is our final answer, we have to look at the number after our second significant figure. Since the question is saying we should take this for two significant figures, so we have to look at the number after our second significant figure. And the number after our second significant figure is 8. And like I said earlier, 8 falls between the range of 5 to 9. And numbers between 5 to 9, they are rounded up. So it will be increased by 1. So our final answer will be 0.0048. And this is our final answer. So we'll be able to take this to the question will take this for two significant figures. And this is our final answer. Now let's look at illustration 3. I want you to follow closely. Illustration 3, we have 6.205 to 3 significant figures. Like I said earlier, when we have 0 between non-zero digits, it makes that 0 a significant figure. But when we have leading zeros, it makes that 0 to be what? It can be counted as a significant figure. Now, how many significant figures do we have here? We have 3 significant figures. What are the significant figures? We have 6, we have 2, we have 0, and we have 5. Now, why are we including zeros? Because 0 is between, keyword between non-zero digits. Now, we are asked to take this to 3 significant figures. So if we are to take this to 3 significant figures, this will be 6. Our 3 significant, first of all, let's take our 3 significant figures. We have 6, we have 2, and we have 0. So these are our 3 significant figures. And like I said earlier, also when trying to take this, especially an example that has decimal, watch out for the decimal sign. So our answer will be 6.20. But can we conclude that this is our final answer? We have to look out for the number after the third significant figure. And the number after the third significant figure is 5. And 5 falls within the range of 5 to 9, which are rounded up. So our final answer will be 6.21. And we'll be able to take this to 3 significant figures. So these are our final answer. Hope you're following. And finally, for this section, we have our number 4. We have 92,650 to 2 significant figures. Now we are asked to take this to 2 significant figures. Our first significant figure is our first non-zero digit. Now we have what? 9, our first significant figure. We have 2, our second significant figure. We have 6, our third significant figure. And follows like that. Now since we are looking at 2 significant figures, our 2 significant figures are 9 and 2. Now these are our significant figure. Now, for us us to ascertain our final answer, we look out for the number after the second significant figure. And the number after the second significant figure is 6. And 6 falls between the range of 5 to 9. That means our 2 is going to increase by 1. So we are going to have 9, 3, and then the rest will be 0. So to 2 significant figure, we are going to have 93,000. And that brings us to the end of this video. Watch out for the next video. In the next video, we are going to be talking about decimal places. Don't miss it. Thank you very much. Ensure you subscribe.